small town, big dreams. One of the coolest things that I heard is, why not you? Why can't it be you? It doesn't matter where you're from. Just being a kid and saying like, I'm gonna be a professional football player. And everyone else gives you reasons on why you're not. I always will have something to prove. It's not even necessarily about proving it to anyone else. I think it's about proving myself right. I want to be one of the best. It doesn't matter if you're from a small town or a big town. If you got dreams, go and chase them.
You gotta take it slow coming into town, these railroad tracks. This road just goes straight through town. A lot of the farmers and people north of town will come through town to get to the main highway or to get in.
When people ask me where I'm from, a lot of times I just say small town North Dakota. My hometown is just a blue collar farming community.
We're small town, hardworking people. I've been to cities, I've traveled, I've done things, and I love every part of it, but I like it here. I like seeing the sunrise, I like seeing the sunset. Just feels free and open.
Area we grew up in, it's just pretty much middle of nowhere. You have a sense of freedom out here you don't get in a bigger city.
As we come up here, we're getting close to the fields. Baseball diamond, football field, we call it the sports complex.
I like the fact that your kid can be at the park and you can be walking around in town and you know that your kid's safe. Everybody, for the most part, knows everybody. Lots of waving and hellos.
So there's Mark right there. Coming up here on our left, we own basically this whole block. But we own this lot here with this garage just to have, I guess. Who knows? Maybe put something there someday.
People are very good in the community. You know, they're willing to help out and work together. Just a good down-home community overall.
Been here my whole life. Everyone's like family, you know, everyone's helping each other in any way.
Now you kind of get to the main drag of Main Street with the bank over here on our left, the City Hall over here on our right, the American Legion, the post office right here on your right, the grocery store here, Drake Fresh Foods, Fire Hall over here on our right. That's pretty much Drake in a nutshell.
I'm just really proud to have been brought up in this community and to be a North Dakotan. It's always great just to be back here and kind of relax.
The boys knew they always had work to do, from the oldest to the youngest right now. And that's the dynamic. They had to learn to work and put that into them, and it shows now.
My dad, Ralph, he is probably my biggest inspiration. He started a company in 1995. I've just kind of seen it progress the whole way.
RV Enterprises, the family business, does a little bit of everything. We'll do underground, water, sewer, gravel aggregate, road building, and we do a lot for the railroad. If you call, and we'll be willing to give it a shot.
And then when it beeps fast like that, we're too high. When it beeps slow, it means we're too low.
We work a lot. But that kind of brings our family together too, because it's a family-owned business.
I think when you think of the Volson family, you think of hard work. You know, it's not very often that we aren't working.
Well, it makes me proud that they want to, and tells me that they enjoyed it. You know, even growing up, they understood what it meant.
I just kind of find peace in doing it. It's kind of a escape from your typical day-to-day life of being a football player. I'm not afraid to grab a shovel and get my hands dirty.
Here we're at the main shop. We do all of our own repairs here as well as for the whole surrounding area. Anything from cars to trucks to tractors. We have a tire machine here that we can change out tires on trucks, cars, tractors, all kinds of heavy equipment. I mean, most size tires we can do in there. This is kind of the bay where most of the tire action happens. We'll usually back up right here and do all our bunch of tire changes and tire repairs and stuff right out of this bay. We've had Tanner's wedding here at this shop. We had my draft party here. We've had Dad's birthday party was here. A lot of activities have taken place here.
I'm on the way out. You guys are still on the way in. And if that was mine, this is your guys.
Yeah, we have something here that can continue to grow and make it a generational business. When it's our turn to pass it down to our kids, we'll build them something even bigger, just to continue to build a legacy here. So this is my graduating class. As you can see, there were 12 of us. There's me down in this corner, and there's me again. We were a tight group of kids that grew up together and had a lot of great experiences together.
Drake High School we went to was small. Seemed nice at the time because not big class sizes, and K through 12 pretty much you knew everybody.
Tanner and Cordell were two of the best athletes that I've ever got the privilege to coach. I think Ralph and Wendy instilled a work ethic in them boys at a very young age.
Cordell was a really good basketball player. He was an all-state player. He could break the press for us, handle the ball, pass the ball.
Basketball was a really big part of my upbringing and childhood. Really developed a love for it. I think the biggest thing is I just love to compete.
Here we have our basketball records, I still have the most points in a season, most points in a game, season field goals, most field goals made, season rebounds. I had a few more records that got broke, but that's good. That's what records are for.
Competitive player, that's what he is even today, just competitive. Not afraid to make contact and be aggressive with it.
Just coaching, he was one kid that just stuck out. He hated to lose. And as he was younger, he had to learn how to control all that stuff because he got overwhelmed with it.
Cordell, you told him to do something, he might have bit back a little bit. Not because he was a bad player, but he wanted to win so much.
He was very ornery and independent from an early age. When he was in elementary school, we would sit at the kitchen table and argue about homework for at least 2 hours every night. So, it's been a 360, but we've had our road to get there.
In North Dakota, like they always do, it's like for football, they always call it the pigskin preview. And then for basketball, they call it the hoopster. So right here would be my senior year of the boys hoopster. It just basically gives a breakdown of every team in the state. Cordell was our leading scorer and rebounder. He was having a great year until he broke his foot and missed 6 games. He came back at the end of the season and had a strong finish. Cordell is a great leader, and I expect a big year from him. That was from Coach Martin, so that's kind of cool.
Tanner, growing up, he was always big brother. I always wanted to be better than he was. He was probably the biggest driver of my success.
Competition is healthy for brothers, especially into the high school days. He was one of my main sources of competition in sports and all that. I feel like it pushed him to be better, and that seems to help him in the long run here.
You're always going to want to follow your older brother. Try to, be as good as he is or better. There's always that competition.
Whatever Tanner does, Cordell has to do one step better. It's just always been that way, which is fine. Tanner paves the way, and then Cordell, in his stubbornness and his go-getting, comes behind and just takes it all the way.
My whole life, besides being a Raider, I always wanted to play at North Dakota State. North Dakota State is North Dakota.
It did factor in that I was there. Coming to my games and stuff, he knew a lot of the guys already, like my roommates and everything. To him, I think it felt more like home, even if he didn't realize it at the time.
And I was at a game day visit at NDSU, and Coach Hedberg, he said, how cool would it be to line up next to your brother? And I committed on the spot.
What we got? Hey, Bison Nation, as always, optimal operating temperature. You guys brought the heat today. We'll see you in Frisco. Let's go.
Even NFL games aren't like the Fargo Dome. It's crazy. That's the only word I can really explain it.
Fargo, it's a bigger town. Just the crowd, the noise, just everything that's there.
Watching them run out of the tunnel, like my heart just stopped. It was so exciting.
A neat experience to have two Volsons next to each other.
I played right guard, he played center. It was really cool. You don't really understand how few people get that opportunity.
Tonight we make a stand. We show them that we never f***ing left, man. Impose your f***ing will. The last time this group is together, what is our f***ing legacy? Leave it today. Let's go, fellas. 5-0-3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
One of my goals was I wanted to be a team captain someday. That really helped me develop as a leader.
When I was a senior, I was kind of the head of lineman, and Cordell became head of lineman after he was a senior. He saw that I had a shot at the league, so then he saw that as a possibility, and I saw him really work toward it. I told him to stick with it and just put your nose down to the grindstone and just work hard. If you work harder than the next guy, you're going to succeed.
Tanner had made it through free agency, and Cordell was like, I'm gonna go too. Once he says something, it's more than likely going to happen.
Hey, Bison Nation. Been the best 6 years of my life. I love you guys. Appreciate everything. Go Bison.
Hello?
Cordell,
Yes, sir.
what's up, man? This is Coach Taylor at the Bengals.
Can you
How
hear me?
doing, man? I can hear you. You hear me?
How are you, Coach?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Sitting on pins and
I'm
needles
doing
waiting
great.
for a phone call?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is the phone call right here, man. We're going to make you Bengal, okay?
Yes, sir. That sounds great.
Where are you at right now?
Drake, North Dakota.
North Dakota. Okay, well, you got a bit of a flight to get out here in a couple weeks, but we're fired up to have you.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
When the phone came and Coach Taylor told me that he was making me a Cincinnati Bengal, I was this blur of emotion, and it was a really special time.
My emotions were a huge up that day. He said he was going to be an NFL player, but most young boys say that. But he did it. He's there.
It was a very proud moment. Something that he was wanting, and I'm glad he got it.
I was speechless. All the dreams, all the hard work, everything became reality right in that moment. I came up and I gave him a hug, and I don't think he let go of me for 20 seconds, it was one of the coolest moments that I've ever got to witness.
It was like a dream come true, but at the same time, the work just started. It was really great to take it in with my friends and my family and people that have been there for me, throughout the whole process.
Everybody's got pride in what Cordell does. Who would ever thought? Coming from Drake Animals, North Dakota, in a small school, and never in my wildest dreams I ever thought that would happen.
The community was really excited. We had a draft party here. A lot of people showed up for that.
That night was insane too. We had so many people at the shop, not only from people from Fargo that Cordell had worked with there drove up, and people from Bismarck drove up, and all of the people in our communities. It was insane.
And just all the people that support him, even that really didn't know him, but because he's from North Dakota, they're behind him. This really makes me proud he's gotten this far, and hopefully he can keep going.
I credit the whole community. I don't know if he would be where he was without growing up in the community that he did. There can never be enough thanks for all the support, and there can never be enough words to say how much that means.
Just because, a lot of people don't play professional football or anything of that nature, coming from the state of North Dakota, to have that support is really tremendous.
Let's go from North Dakota State, number 67, Cordell Volson.
I knew when he got drafted, I knew wherever he went that he was going to be better than what they thought he was going to be.
Seeing him now just makes me smile. Watching him out there, like in person, seeing him take the first snap, it's like, oh wow, he's playing that. Look at him.
It's very proud to see him out in the field, watching him play and start every game. No, that's very special.
These guys!
I didn't have a doubt that he'd get playing time. I didn't know if he'd be a starter, especially not his first year. Good for him, happy for him. And the fact that he did it the first week, it's impressive. Took a lot of work and a lot of determination to get to where he was at.
When you come from a smaller community, you don't get all the hype and stuff. You gotta make a name for yourself on the way up, because you don't get a lot of publicity, and that pretty much have to make his own way.
I'm really fortunate to be in Cincinnati. I love it. Was really fortunate to go to such a good team that had a ton of good pieces, and great teammates have made unbelievable friendships. I feel like every day Cincinnati becomes even a better fit.
It's nice to get together. We don't get a lot of it sometimes, and it gets less and less now with Cordell gone, and talk and visit and BS and pick on each other. How about Uncle Cordell?
They don't like me.
Well, who does?
He's maybe back here 4 weeks total, but everybody wants to visit with him.
Most proud, just becoming a good young man, more than anything, all the way through. Not being the ornery little bugger that he was when he was younger.
Seeing Tanner be a dad and watching Cordell move to Cincinnati and being an NFL player, I mean, I would have never dreamt or thought that they would do either one of those things so well. That's the most rewarding, just knowing that they're good humans.
Tanner's on the volunteer fire department. Cordell, when he's back, he's doing things either here at the shop or with community, going to schools, talking to kids there, just inspiring for football. And hopefully that's what they look at more than anything, is they keep the community inspired and with them.
So I came back this off season and gave a presentation to the high school. The biggest message was just dream big. I sat in the same chairs that they sit in every single day, just to show them that anything is possible and your dreams are capable of becoming a reality.
Small town, big dreams. Why can't you have dreams just because you're in a small town? You can, and you can accomplish them.
I think every kid looks up to Cordell as a hero. I know my kids do for sure. I think he's opened the door for not only our community, but even the whole state, for the small town kids to dream big.
They see Cordell and they know there's a chance. Some nobody from a little town in North Dakota can get there. That gives them the inspiration.
If you want to go and accomplish whatever it is, there's always a way to do it with hard work. Every single day, I just want to prove myself right, prove the people that believe in me right. 5-year-old Cordell is looking at you today, kind of saying, I told you so.
If you want to get someplace, you have to have a good work ethic. And he has it, he has drive. I'll guarantee he's going to outwork everybody.
You can just see he's cut from a different cloth than a lot of people. Proud of him for making it as far as he has and still going.
I truly believe that where you're from makes you who you are. I always wanted to put where I was playing on the map. I wanted to be the best for Drake Animus, and I wanted to be the best at North Dakota State, and now I want to be the best in Cincinnati.
We're making it work. Don't worry. They're gonna be great. Everyone's getting all worked up. You got Cordell on the grill. I mean, come on. I gotta clean this. All right.